Okay. Welcome back, everyone. It's been a couple of weeks, but that's okay. Thank you for being patient with me and my con schedule slash exams. Pretty much just going to launch right into it. We'll run through introductions really quick. And then I'll do a recap. So we'll just go down the line. I'm Emily. I am your DM for tonight, and I will also be playing the role of Nyx, the Tiefling.
I'm Wiz. I play Marin Marlios, the half-elf wizard.
Hey everyone, it's Daniel here, and I'll be playing the halfling bard, Peter Lumbottom.
Starry, it's you because Zale's at dinner.
Hi, I'm Starry. I play the Esmar, Terramancer, Valtira. Yep.
Alright. And Peru will be joining us shortly. He's eating dinner right now, so Zale will be with us in a moment. And hopefully a little later on, Gunby will also be joining us, but that is still up in the air. But I'm just going to do a quick recap then of what happened last session. Pretty much, it's been a little while, so I'm sorry if I blend into more than just the previous episode, but I know that we started out at the tea party slash lunch dinner kind of situation with Doyle and Dougal, and they did some illusion magic for the party, as well as fed you delicious tea that tasted exactly like the desserts that you all prefer. Everyone had some except for Peru. And then Cecilia escorted everyone from that tent over to the tent of Lorelai and Calliope, where they then put on a show where they did aerial acrobatics as well as sang an elven lullaby that ended up lulling everybody in the party into a sleep. And when you guys woke up, you were in a room that was under the stadium of the main arena, with Cal asleep guarding the door. Marin, you went to investigate the hallways and stuff like that. And while you did that, everyone else in the room encountered a small ghost girl named Thana, who then disappeared when Cal woke up and greeted you all, inviting you to breakfast. So that's where we're gonna pick up now, is the breakfast scene. So Cal is in his room. He basically is leaving you guys to your own volition. Like, I think everyone had pretty much done what they wanted to do pre-breakfast, if I'm correct, because Peru got Gunby to translate his map. And I remember you guys going to the bathroom for some reason, but I can't remember why.
Oh, what was it? No, I just...
Going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I also just wanted to talk to, Marin in, privacy real quick. I think we were just, saying, we were just expressing our sort of suspicion of the entire situation, but yeah.
Right. I do remember that, because I think Nyx went with you guys, and he was like, actually, I think it's pretty chill here.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Okay, so you guys are on your way to breakfast. You guys make your way down the hallway from your room. All of your clothes were left on your bodies, so there was no real getting ready.
I would hope so.
Yeah, no, they didn't undress you and change you into pajamas or anything like that. They have amenities, but they're not that gracious.
They're not that good.
Yeah. or invasive, if you could put it the other way. So you guys make your way down the hallway, probably up to the staircase where Marin climbed up and saw that you guys were under the arena. And the door is unlocked, so as you make your way out into Center Arena, there is a massive, there's a massive table set up in the center, and then there's smaller round tables kind of set up on the outside. You, just like by looking around, you guys can tell that like the people sitting at the tables that are kind of separate from the main table are just like vendors, essentially. Like they're the people who are running the games, they're the people who are running like the food stands and stuff like that. There's not anyone super like notable from that crowd. Whereas the center table is heavily populated. At the head is Marion, of course. To his right is Cecilia, and to his left is Dougal. Yes, Dougal. And Doyle sits next to him, and then there is a large crowd of people you have not encountered yet. Also Calliope and Lorelei are also sitting at the table. They're a little more ways down from the head, sitting next to a couple that you guys do not know. And there's also a man you don't recognize, and a group of 7 dwarves just tearing into large individual stacks of pancakes. Spread out before the table is a large selection of like every breakfast food imaginable, being tended to by Doyle, who is like refreshing people's drinks. He's making sure everything is still fresh and well prepared, basically doing quality checks. So there's like waffles, there's pancakes, there's fresh fruit, there's eggs, there's every kind of breakfast meat you can imagine. It smells delectable in this room. And as you guys enter, Marion immediately notices you and stands up from the head of the table, kind of sweeping his arms out in a grand gesture, and he goes, "Good morning, good morning. I hope you all rested well."
Oh, well, good lord, dear Marion, you sure don't ever hold back on a nice spread, no matter the meal, no matter the occasion, it seems. Let me just grab one of these crepes real quick.
Yes, please, do take a seat. Of course I don't hold back. My performers must be in peak condition if they are going to give shows all day. It's what you might call carbo loading.
Yeah, whatever you say, he's already like shoving like... yeah,
Please,
up on a plate.
yes, please do. Help yourselves. There is plenty to go around. Nyx also, like, immediately, like, grabs a plate and piles on, like, every kind of breakfast meat on the table. And then, like, 3 eggs. So he's got himself a good protein platter going. And he just kind of, like, leisurely plops down in the seat next to one of the dwarves that is, like, hammering away at the stack of pancakes. Cecilia kind of waves to you guys from her end of the table, because since you guys arrived after, like, most of the performers, you're sitting at, like, the far end of the table from them. Marion takes his seat again at the head once you guys have demonstrated that you are definitely willing to, like, join in on this breakfast. Or at least the majority of you have. And Cecilia waves from where she is having a strawberry pancake topped with cream and more strawberries. It looks delectable. Let's see. Cal has like sat down next to Lorelei, and he's looking a little more put together than he was when he woke up and greeted you guys in his like bathrobe type ensemble. But like everyone at this table isn't really obviously decked out in full costume quite yet because they're having breakfast, and God forbid they get something on their costumes. So it's kind of like, it's almost weird because this circus seemed to be so like grandiose and like have this like air of mystery to it. And right now you're just literally having like brunch with the cast. So is there anybody who wants to talk to anyone in particular, or do anything in particular?
Well, actually, I'd be interested in asking Miriam. Well, Peter just kind of like says along the lines of like, "Oh, I was very impressed by your by the show last night, and I was curious how do you select your cast members, your new acts and new talent? I don't suppose you have like scouting agents going out across the land, or do you prefer the acts coming to you instead?"
Yes, it's definitely more of a they come to us, you know, it's like a moth drawn to a flame almost. We offer a place for them, a stage for them to exhibit their skills, and if they prove themselves worthy, if they show that they have something worth showing to the world, then we hire them. It's not quite that simple. There are obviously stages of acceptance, and they have to be willing to practically leave everything they've ever known behind, because we travel year-round endlessly, so there are only a very few select special individuals that can live up to the standards and the demand of this establishment. But obviously, we are able to find a few diamonds in the rough.
Interesting, interesting. How are you in terms of minstrels?
Are you fishing for a job, young man? Because
Well, I mean, something about this place, I will be honest, has been calling to me, maybe almost like a small voice back in my head. But regardless, I notice you have many acrobatics, many shows of arcane entertainment, but I don't see many minstrels around.
you hear a gruff, like, throat clear, and he goes, and you hear a voice go, "Well, you clearly haven't seen our act yet." If you turn to see the source of the voice, there is a dwarven man who is halfway through his stack of pancakes and reaching for more, kind of looking at you with a raised eyebrow.
So you do have minstrels, even better. Perhaps another act I can add on to this bunch. He looks kind of confusing. He looks back at the dwarves again, not really sure what to call them or what to make of them.
You got something against dwarves, buddy?
Oh no, we're both small folk. Listen, let's look at what we have in common, right? And our differences, pal.
Listen,
We're both minstrels. We're both vertically challenged.
We haven't got anything in common. Minstrel is degrading compared to what we can do.
Oh, by all means, do tell. Your fine crafts, I'm sure you all possess.
Yes, well, my family here and I, we make up quite the band.
I'm just imagining that meme where it's like a family could be 7 dads. It's like a band could be 7 dwarves.
A band can be 7 dwarves. Hold on, let me pull up my document. Okay. Yeah. Where did I... Hold on, let me find my paper plate. Yeah, okay. Yeah, each of us has what you call a specialty, and when it comes together, well, I'd say we're the best band in the Seven Realms.
Well, I definitely would have to hear you all play some of these times. Are you playing there today? Or is today one of your off days? Is today a recoup day, if you will?
We don't take recoup days. Yes, we'll be having a performance around noon or something, but I doubt you'll still be here for that.
Oh, well.
He kind of looks over at Marion when he says that. Marion kind of fidgets in his chair a little, and he's like, he kind of fidgets in his chair and he's like, well, it was lovely having you all as guests here, but I think it might be best if you go on your way for a little bit. You see, your tickets expired yesterday, and as much as I am gracious and grateful to all of you for bringing back our little gem, it would be unfair of me to continue admitting you as if this isn't a hotel I'm running here. I'm sure you understand.
Oh, sure. Let me speak with my colleagues for a moment, if you wouldn't mind. He kind of tugs out Wiz's shirt and like Marin's shirt, and kind of just like gives him like a little nudge, like speaking private again.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Awesome. All right. So Peter, I guess Peter and Marin are. I guess we would be standing like outside the tent.
You guys are kind of like on a lower level of this.
We're not on a lower level. Yeah.
Yeah, can we maybe like scoot over to talk like inconspicuously by the side?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like,
you
if
guys
it's
can
a
like
buffet
talk.
thing, can we go like scoot over by like behind a table of food or something?
Right.
Yeah, you guys can talk by the edge of the arena if you'd like.
All right. So yeah, Peter just kind of like crosses his arms and just like looking back at like Marin and the table and the bunch. I guess like Peter is. I'm really like how to explain this like body language, but he looks like kind of conflicted.
Okay.
Like he basically tells Marin that like, I know we've got a job here with Spade, and frankly, I think we're gonna get as much information as we can out of them, but like, I don't know. I feel like there's something more here. I feel like I'm not really sure. I'm not quite sure how to like put my finger on it. I was wondering like how you felt about it, or if you think we found enough information to give Spade and to work from there.
Do you mean Ace?
Ace.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a pretty good amount of what we came here for, right? At this point, I don't think. At the end of the day, we are supposed to be getting in, getting out, and not causing suspicion. If we press to stay any longer and we aren't welcome, that's pretty suspicious.
I agree. Perhaps Hmm.
It does feel like there's more to this, although, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and frankly, it's well, we saw. Well, it was Marin there when Marin wasn't there when the ghost girl appeared, right?
No, Marin's the only one in the party that didn't see that.
Right. All right. Well, Peter's gonna just explain again. Oh, by the way, while you're out, well, another reason why I think there's something more going on here is we, while you're gone, encountered a ghost, some spectral little girl, and it was barely for, I don't know, like what, a couple minutes, DM. That whole exchange.
Yeah, it was a very short exchange. I think she literally only got to introduce herself before Cal entered the room and scared her off.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know how many carnivals you go to with ghosts of little girls, which, in my opinion, never seems to be a good sign of anything.
Jeez.
Question: did
What
you
is-
drag me off too, or are you just
No,
Marin?
Oh no, just
Just,
Marin. Like, also, they were the first person. Like, I kind of just instinctively just pulled their shirt sleeve, just nudging them.
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, that's not normal. See, I was in this kind of thing. We didn't have any ghosts. What did she look like?
Just this little human girl in a nightgown and what was her name again?
Thana.
Dana. She just introduced herself as Dana. It's not like that really rings a bell for me, but and then she was gone within just a couple minutes. We barely got to talk to her or get any information out of her. So something's definitely not wrong here, and Ace needs to know about that too, for sure. So I guess our best bet is to head out, since especially we're not welcome here now.
For now, maybe. So perhaps we try to get as much as we can wrapped up during breakfast, and then get on our way. I know I have some questions for the siblings.
Right. Well, I'll follow your lead then. And Peter just kind of.
Oh, it's not pertinent to what Ace asked.
Oh, okay. I see. I won't pry too much then. So Peter just kind of makes his way back to the breakfast table.
Okay, Nyx looks up from his plate of meat and raises an eyebrow when you two approach again, and kind of gives Marin a curious look, like, what just happened? Yeah, and just kind of waits for some kind of explanation from Marin.
oh, I totally don't give him one. I just wink, and then I go sit next to the elves.
Okay. You plop down next to Cal and Lorelai, or probably just next to Cal because Lorelai is sitting to the other side of Cecilia. And Nyx kind of smirks and rolls his eyes and then continues digging into his plate of meat. And Val, you sat down next to a man that you guys have not been introduced to. He's just kind of wearing while everyone here is dressed down a little bit, they're still in kind of nice clothes, they're in button-up shirts or overalls or whatever. This guy is just in some good old blue jeans and a flannel shirt.
Barry, is that you?
It is not Barrel J blue jeans, no. He's wearing large boots, and he's got kind of like a scruffy look to him. Like he's got a bit of like it looks like he hasn't shaved in a couple of days, and his hair is kind of unruly reddish, like auburn tone. And he turns and looks at you when you. Well, are you like joining them at the table, basically? Okay, so he turns and looks at you when you sit at the table, and he goes, "Oh my God, you're the largest lady I've ever seen in my life."
You must not get out often then.
Well, I can't say that I do. Are folks like you common?
DM?
There. How do you say ASMR? I wouldn't say are like super common, especially.
But like tall people, like in general. Like elves can be tall, tieflings can be tall.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think. I think like the average height of people around here is probably like slightly more realistic. She's like 6'11", right, or something?
No, she's 6'9".
6'9". That's still like that's really tall. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would say like it's not super common. Like it's not like a rarity. You're not like an oddity or anything, but like you'll draw attention if you walk in a room. For like only if it's like a brief moment of wow, that lady's really tall. Like humans can be really tall, but if I see a really tall person, I'm like, wow, damn, that person's really tall. You know what I mean?
I still don't know how to answer that.
The answer would be like, I don't know. You can say like, not as many as like normal, pretty much. Like,
so it's not uncommon.
yeah, you can basically say like it's not a rarity or anything like that.
Okay. It's not uncommon? I mean...
Well, shoot, I guess we just don't get many tall folk coming to the circus then, because you're, as I said, you're the largest lady I've ever seen in my life. Oh, why don't you have a seat here next to me? I'd like to hear a little bit about where you're from.
I'm from nowhere in particular.
Ooh, that's ominous.
Not really.
Well, you don't like talking about your past or anything?
No, I'm literally from nowhere in particular. I traveled my whole life, so I'm from nowhere in particular.
Oh, well, that's really cool. What kind of traveling did you do?
I was born into a group of entertainers. Yeah, I'll use that word. That's a fine word.
Well, now, like our kind of folk? Like circus folk?
Not circus folk. We didn't,
Oh, what?
use tents or anything as grand.
Oh, what kind of performing did you do?
Me specifically?
Yeah, I'd like to know a little about you specifically.
Well, I can eat fire and play some music.
You eat fire? Hey, we got one of them here. Hold on one sec. Alaric! Alaric! Hey! And, a man looks over at you. He's sitting, he's kind of a smaller looking guy. Probably around, like, 5'6" or something. He's also pretty young. And he looks over at you and from where he's sitting next to a large dragonborn lady and kind of quirks an eyebrow as he bites down into a piece of fruit. And he's like, fuck, there's so many voices. Yeah? What's up? This girl over here says she can eat fire just like you can. And Alaric kind of looks over to you and he's like, oh, really? That's fascinating. I don't meet a lot of other fire eaters. Do you have a dragon? Well, that's where I get my fire. From the flame of my life. He kind of like gestures to the dragonborn sitting next to him, and she like kind of like snort, like huff laughs and elbows him sharply. And she goes like, darling, that's no way to introduce me to new people. And she kind of looks over at you and goes, you'll have to excuse him. He uses just about any excuse to brag about me. I'm Raina. I guess I am the flame of his life. That sounds really cheesy coming out of my mouth. But you said you're a fire eater, huh?
Yes. Question.
Yeah.
Why does he need her for fire?
He doesn't, like, need her for fire. He just, like, she breathes fire and he swallows fire.
Oh, that sounds like some weird kinky shit. Okay, I understand.
Yeah, he's only insinuating that you need a dragon to breathe fire because he wanted to, like, bring up the fact that she is, like, the source of the fire that he swallows.
Okay, so you're telling me that he's into some weird kinky fire breathing shit. That's not weird at all. What was the question again?
I just asked if you fire breathe and you said yes, so,
Fire breathe?
or not fire breathe, fire eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, well, that's really cool. Obviously, it's kind of one of my natural-born talents, but I don't know many, non-dragonborns who can tolerate such a task, other than...
Are they both dragonborns?
No, he's a human. That's why she's saying, like, I don't know many people who can resist, like... let me finish her sentence, which is, other than... my man here. And she just, like, pats him on the head. I just realized how weird this relationship sounds.
Yeah. Again, circling back to me, pointing out weird kinky shit.
This is a circus.
God.
It's true, it is a circus. Where did you learn to do it?
That's a great question.
This is improv, Star. Come on, you got this. An old friend? Were they, you... I don't... the man next to you, like, the original guy you were talking to, he goes... An old friend? Wow, accents, so many. An old friend, you say, was it like your family member? One of them folks that were traveling with you? I gave you two options.
The people I traveled with were my family.
Oh. Well, that's sweet. I think that's how all of us here see each other as well, wouldn't you say? And, Alaric and the Dragonboard lady, who I didn't introduce, nod their head in agreement. And oh, who did we lose? Wiz. Okay, she'll be back. And she kind of smiles at you, and she goes, "Well, that's very nice. I'm Raina, by the way. You don't have to call me Flame of His Life. But it's very nice to meet you. I'd love to see, I'd love to, play with you sometime if you ever get the chance."
That sounds really weird.
Did you say that to her?
Yup.
Okay.
I'd
she...
like to play with you sometime.
Sorry if that came out kind of weird. I guess I'm used to teasing this one. I just meant, like, I could breathe fire and you could swallow it? It's not... I understand. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing it. Maybe you could just show me some of your tricks sometime. Maybe that's a better way.
Yeah, I think that sounds less... I don't have a word for it.
Reina kind of, like, blushes as much as a Dragonborn can blush. She's a gold Dragonborn, by the way. And she kind of looks down at her meal, and Alaric kind of gives her, like, a pat, comforting pat on the shoulder. Because she looks kind of embarrassed by that encounter. And the guy you were originally talking to goes, don't mind them. They get, wow. They get, I'm doing, like, British and hick at the same time, and I hate it. Don't mind them. I'm still doing it. I'm sorry, guys. My brain
It's
is...
not really nasally.
There's too many people living in my head right now. Country. How the fuck does a country person speak? It literally just left my capability. I'm trying to think back to my country. Yeah, I'm trying to channel my...
Hero?
Yeah, I'm trying to channel my other D&D character, Hero. God, wow. I can't even... Let's pretend, if I can't fucking talk right now, that he's talking in a country accent. Country accent. Okay, there we go. I got it again. Alright, well, don't mind them. They get caught up in their own little world sometimes, and, well, frankly, we don't really speak to guests this one-on-one all the time, so we're pretty much used to socializing with each other.
And, well, we all know their deal, but, like, I can understand that to strangers they might come off as a little, you know. And he, like, leans, he's like, weird.
It's not that, just the way they worded things is a bit odd. But to each their own, I guess.
Yeah, you, like, as you're talking to this man, like, you make, like, maybe, like, a perception check real quick.
No, where'd my dice at?
You should have your dice ready when you're playing D&D, sorry.
I'm late to this game.
Okay. So as you're talking, he, like, goes and, like, sips his orange juice briefly, and you see, like, a bumblebee, like, crawl out of his hair and just, like, whiz past your face.
Okay.
He doesn't seem bothered by it at all.
Okay.
I'm just, like, putting that out there. Oh, sorry. And so... Let's see. What else have I got sitting at this table? Oh, okay, hold on one sec. He goes... when he's done sipping his drink, he kind of looks at you and he, like, sticks his hand out, like, in between you a little bit, and he goes... That was awfully rude of me. Wow. That was awfully rude of me. My name is Juan. Juan Carlos, but you can call me JC. That's a bit easier to remember. I'm one of the acts here.
Does he want to shake my hand? Is that what this is?
Yes, he does.
Okay. I stick out my hand. And I shake his hand. And
Okay.
I say, I'm Val.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you, Val. His hands are very big and rough and warm. And also slightly sticky.
Okay.
Let's see. He kind of, like, resumes eating his meal. And, gonna move down the line real quick to Marin, who's plopped down next to Cal. So Cal's gonna quirk an eyebrow when you sit down next to him and be like, "Oh, it's you again. You don't want to sit with your little friends over there?"
Not at the moment, no. I had some questions I figured you could answer.
Fire away, I'll see what I feel like answering. Oh, breakfast.
Don't worry, they won't be too strenuous.
He kind of takes a bite of his meal and, like, looks at you like he's waiting for you to ask.
So, Marion told me that you have visited some elfin cities in your travels?
Yes, that's where my sister and I joined, and there are quite a few elven cities in the mainland. They are very profitable.
Marin like pauses to like take a bite of his food after that.
I should know, I'm from the mainland as well. I was just curious. What cities?
Oh god. Give me 2 seconds. I haven't developed the mainland yet, Liz. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, these are Lord of the Rings locations. Yes, this is what I want. Thank you. Oh, wow, that was very weird. There's like animations in the background of this website and they threw me the fuck off. Okay. Let me just copy and paste some things down so I'm not.
Are we going to Middle Earth? Is this where we're
You're not going to Middle Earth. No.
I wish to go back to the Shire.
Yeah, this is gonna turn into a big Lord of the Rings fan session. Okay, I got a few. Oh, hello. Okay, there we go. Alright, well, I don't know. They kind of all blend together. You know how elves are. They... With their names, see, there was Launor, there was Elnthea. God. You promised this wouldn't be strenuous.
You lot probably have better with elven names than I do.
Yes, I do. It's just, we've been a lot of places, you know? Kind of all blends together after a while, especially because we don't get to, like, explore them. Oh, I think there was Iceren. And... How do you... Okay, I'm gonna... Erevalis? Wiz, I need your clarification. Is this all one city name? Because that seems like a lot.
That's Marin's dad and then the city name.
Gotcha, okay. Disregard what I just said. Valkal is one of them. And then... Nora. I think that's all the ones we've been to. At least that's all the ones I can remember. That might not be correct. Feels like I'm kind of just throwing a dart at a map at this point, and that's where we end up, so... I might have gotten some of those confused. Why do you ask?
Just curious.
Well, that's all. My sister and I come from Iceren. Have you been there?
Nah. I typically keep away from elven cities.
And why is that?
Marin just points at his ears with a big old grin.
That's right. Sorry, it's... You know... as much as I love being a part of the elven culture, I don't see the reason in discriminating against people of our own kind, you know? Just because you're a halfling? Not a halfling in that sense, you know what I mean, like a half-elf. It doesn't make you any less of an elf, if you ask me.
Marin pauses and his like big like stupid showy grin like falls a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You hear Lorelai laugh a little bit, and she goes, "Wow, if our father heard you saying that, Cal, I'll approve." And Cal kind of just like shrugs and takes another bite of his fruit.
I appreciate that.
Think nothing... Oop, go ahead.
Not too many share that sentiment.
Think nothing of it. It's just how I feel. I mean, can you imagine if I discriminated against people who were different and worked in a circus?
Yeah, that would be...
Yeah.
That would be stupid.
He kind of gives you like a crooked half smile. And he laughs a little. He's like, yeah, it's a bit of a mandatory characteristic if you want to work here. Not that it bothers me. Was that your only question?
Sure. I don't want to pry too much.
That's alright. I'm not private about anything. Okay, I'm gonna quickly take a break from that conversation. Prue, what are you doing, my boy?
I don't know. Where did you seat me?
You are welcome to sit anywhere. The seats kind of near the head of the table where Marion are sitting are kind of like filled.
Okay.
So like he's at the head of the table with Cecilia to his right and Dougal to his left. Now accompanied by Doyle. And then there are 7 dwarves on that side of the table, and then there are the Dragonborn, like Reyna and Alaric, and the guy with the B who just JC, that's his name. Seated next to the Val on the same side of the table as Cal and Lorelai and Cecilia, all them. It's just kind of a full table. Like you can sit where you want. It's like a bench type situation. So if you wanted to sit like in the middle of some people, they will scoot down for you.
I think I actually just want to go to the end of the table, like opposite from Marianne.
Okay.
And like sit down on the floor.
Okay.
Like stretch out and Peru is actually gonna like snag a granola bar or whatever, like one of his provisions from his pack, and also his journal, and he's gonna journal. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
On the ground. Because he doesn't want to talk to any of these people.
Okay. One of the dwarves, like a small female, well, they're all small. A female dwarf kind of leans over and she's like munching on some bacon, and she kind of quirks an eyebrow and she's like, "Hey, hun, you too good to sit with the rest of us?
I actually just like to, stretch out. There's quite a few of you at the table. I thought I would just save you the room.
Okay, sure. But you're also not eating any of the delicious food that Doyle cooked up for us.
I have a weird thing about eating food that other people prepare.
Yeah, that is a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's
It's part of my tragic past. I would really ask that you don't delve into it.
Okay. Well, that was a little upfront. I wasn't about to go.
I'm an upfront kind of guy.
Yeah. I wasn't about to, ask for your life story, dude. But if you want, there's, fruit on the table. And, I don't think Doyle, hand grew them or anything like that unless that's part of your weird thing.
You know, it is.
Oh.
And he smiles, really big, and, you could see all of his shark teeth.
Okay. What did Peter say?
He
Oh no,
said,
I was just saying out of character. This is like high school lunchtime all over again.
Oh, yeah. She kind of, raises both eyebrows, and she's like, what are you, by the way? I've never seen anybody look like you.
You know, that's kind of a rude question, and I don't really respond to rude people, so...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it to be rude. You said you were an upfront kind of guy, so I thought I could ask a question.
I feel like this whole interaction has gone off on the wrong foot. I'm Peru.
She kind of smiles when you say that. She says, Peru, nice to meet you. I'm Elfie.
Nice to meet you, Elfie. That's kind of... Okay, not to be... You're a dwarf and your name is Elfie.
It's not...
Do you see why that's humorous?
Haha, yeah, I've never heard that one before.
Sorry.
First you tell me off for asking about your race, and then you point out mine?
Okay, alright, fair.
She's kind of laughing, though, and she goes, it's not spelled like Elfie, like the race. It's spelled like E-L-F-P-H-E, kind of like that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's short for something. Will I tell you? Guess we'll just have to find out.
And Peru kind of chuckles a bit and shakes his head and goes back to his writing.
Okay.
Can I make an out of character guess?
Yeah?
Is it Elphaba?
No, it is not. I knew you would guess that, but it's not short for Elphaba.
Okay.
I named these dwarves kind of particularly. But yeah. It's not Elphaba. So Peru just goes about his own thing again?
Yeah.
Okay. Conversation over.
Sorry.
No, it's totally fine. You don't have to interact with these people if you don't want to, my dude. Just so you know, because I don't think I mentioned it while you were present, but there's also tables around the edge with other people, but they're not really performers. They're just kind of the concession stand workers, and they're sitting at smaller round tables that are set up around, because it's a big arena. So there's the main table with all the acts, and then there's employee tables essentially.
That seems kind of fucked up, but okay. Alright.
I mean,
It's just like Hollywood.
yeah, there you go. It's like Hollywood. Only the important people get to sit at the table.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say only the important people get to eat. I was just
No,
whoa.
The other people are eating. They're just not eating with the axe. Oh god.
You will work for your food.
You get to work around food all day, okay? They can just get high on their own supply if they want to. But like the food version of that. Okay, so Peter, you were talking to Marion earlier, right? Oh, here, wait, I'm gonna fucking real quick. Sorry. I guess I should have like Nyx interact other than like eating his weight in meat.
Do you need to?
He's not a very sociable person, but he's gonna look over at Reyna and Alaric, because he was kind of eavesdropping on just like the conversations happening around him. And he's gonna be like, so, are you two like dating or something? I don't know. I've just never seen like a human with a dragonborn. I'm sorry if that's rude. And hey, having conversations with myself. And Alar kind of waves it off, and he's like, what was his voice like again?
And people's races seem to be a very common topic during this breakfast.
I know. Well, it's a weird arrangement of people. There's a reason he's interested in this, and he's kind. So Alar kind of waves it off. He's like, "Don't worry, I get that all the time. No. Yes. Well, we're more than dating. We're married." And Nyx kind of widens his eyes. He goes, "Oh, sorry. Wow. You don't look old enough to be married. Wow, I'm just saying a lot of the wrong things right now. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna restart a little bit. I'm Nyx. That one over there is my best friend, Marin. He's kind of busy right now, though. But he, like, points over at Marin, and Alara kind of raises an eyebrow. It's like, your best friend, you said? Yeah. We've been together for, like, 9 years. Not, like, together. That sounded weird in the context of this conversation. I was just curious, because, like, I don't know. As I said, I've never really seen a human date a dragonborn before. And, like, people gave shit to Marin for being friends with me. So I was just wondering, like, is that kind of why you're here with the circus? And Reyna kind of, like, raises an eyebrow. She's not taking this as kindly as Alaric is. And she's like, no, when our act isn't the fact that we're married, if that's what you're asking. It's like stunts and stuff like that. He breathes fire, and I breathe fire, sorry, he swallows it. God, ever since our conversation with your friend over there, I can't say that without feeling weird about it. This is... but we do other things, like, I throw daggers. Wow, I'm combining her voice with Nyx's! They're all becoming... I throw daggers at him, and, he dodges them. You know, I juggle knives. He swallows swords. You know, those kind of things. And Nyx is kind of like, whoa, that's wild. We didn't have something like that in the carnival. And she kind of raises an eyebrow. She's like, oh, you're Connie folk? And he's like, well, yeah, we were. Somebody Well, some bandits kind of burnt it to the ground. But it's okay, I guess. It's not really, but it happened about a year ago at this point, so I've kind of come to terms with it. But we had a dragonborn there too. Her name was Fences, but she breathed fire too, but like she wasn't supposed to. Does that make sense? Not at all. Okay, well, I don't know how else to put it. Like, she was a blue dragonborn. Oh, so it was like her breath was. I don't want to say broken because that sounds negative, but like, that's what you mean, right? She breathed fire even though she was blue? Yeah, essentially. It definitely wasn't broken, like her fire worked really well. Marin used to do cool tricks with it, but we haven't seen her in a while. I think she's living on a farm somewhere. Oh, God, did she die? No, God, I mean an actual farm. It's not like when you send the dog to the farm or anything like that. No, she's living on an actual farm, just like in a different city, so I haven't seen her in a while. God, no. At least I hope not. Oh, I'm so sorry. Fuck. I hate having her. Yeah, well, I think it's really nice that, you know, you two are together despite your differences. Thank you. It's an odd sentiment, but, you know, no one's ever really said that to us, so thanks. Yeah, no problem. Sorry, again, if that was rude or intrusive in any way. I'm just gonna go back to eating my meal. Yeah. He's just gonna fucking, like, shove a big piece of sausage in his mouth or something like that and, like, look away. God. Awkward. Everything about it. These conversations is awkward. I apologize. Stop, I knew it.
Marin back at the table with Cal and Lorelai is just like, I feel like I need to tell someone off for being an idiot, and I don't know why, and I'm not sure if I want to.
Okay. That's a little weird. Is it like like into
Don't read into it.
Okay. Well, you're the one who brought it up. I certainly hope you're not talking about me.
No, of course not.
Good. Because I was just starting to like you, and I don't think, well, I know that if you start calling me names, that won't bode well for you.
Yeah, you and me both, so.
Oof. I have a question because I have a bad memory. When you guys were all chanting "fuck elves," was Cal present for that?
No, I think he'd walked away, right?
Okay, I think so. Okay, excellent.
No, Marin wouldn't have been shouting. Marin is polite. Marin wouldn't have been shouting, fuck elves in front of elves.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so Cal kind of like takes another sip of his tea and he's like, "So, I guess you guys will be off then today?"
That seems to be the plan.
Well, I do hope you make your way back for another show. Maybe this time, you won't sleep the night away.
This wasn't trying to. Oh, did I cut out?
I heard. Oh, there she goes. I heard I wasn't trying to. Did you say anything else like other than that?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, my was a little.
Cal like chuckles and he's like, "Oh, I know you weren't trying to. That was our fault. My bad. We'll go easy on you next time."
All right.
And I'm trying to like. He like stands up from the table because he's finished his little bowl of fruit. And it seems like most of the people at the table are kind of finishing up their meals. And he kind of clears his throat and like hands you a small slip of paper. And he's like, "Well, I've got to go get ready. We have 2 shows today, so it takes a while to prepare."
I can imagine.
Well,
I took the slip of paper.
if this is the last time I see you today, I do hope we meet again. He kind of like winks and blows a kiss and like walks away.
Okay.
Lorelai rolls her eyes and stands up from the table and like follows him and smacks him on the back of the head as they're walking away.
Can I ask, since Peru is on the ground and kind of out of anybody's sight, do his legs trip anybody as they leave?
Well, you're sitting at the end of the table, so fucking I'm gonna have one of the dwarves make a 6 save. Give me 2 seconds. Because they probably wouldn't have, all of them wouldn't have noticed you. Sorry, let me get my dice out of my thingy. Can you just make like a dex contest?
Sure. No. No, that's a 1.
Okay, yeah.
No.
No, you don't trip anyone on their
fine.
way out. They all kind of give you some weird looks as you're sitting on the ground, like basically like writing in a notebook on the floor.
Yeah.
Kind of like how a kid like sits with a coloring book with crayons at a restaurant.
Pretty much. Fair enough. Yep. That's kind of the look I was going for.
Alright, so the crowd kind of starts to shuffle away, and when everyone else is left, it kind of... You're left with Cecilia and Marion, and then, like, Dougal and Doyle are there, but they're busy clearing off the table and kind of packing up everything. Dougal is, like, casting spells, and, like, dishes are just, like, floating off the table and, like, organizing themselves. And Marion, with that same grin that he always has on his face, kind of folds his hands in front of him and like look and tilts his head at you guys, and he's like, Well then, my dears, it appears that our day must be starting soon, so if you don't mind, if you follow me, I will lead you to the gate, and you can be on your way.
Can I read the slip
Yeah, sure.
first?
It is, when you open it, it's a small, like, well, it's Cal's name,
Okay.
and a small, like, address under it.
And a what?
An address.
An address?
Address, like an address.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
like a place, like of a place.
All right.
Okay.
I stick it in one of my belt bags.
Cool. Cecilia, like, hops up from her place, and you see, like, Bear run out from under the table and kind of join her at her side. And she looks kind of, like, sad. She goes, Marion, do they really have to leave today? And Marion kind of, like, pats her on the head, and he's like, yes, my little Ruby, I can assure you, they will be back, won't you?
Seems like it.
Sure.
I wouldn't see why not. I sure would love to see these bagel of dwarves perform, but perhaps another day.
Absolutely. You have not experienced our circus until you have experienced all of it. So, I hope next time you will be able to come a bit earlier and see everything we have to offer. Oh, sorry, I just smashed my computer. But if you will, follow me. And he gestures up to, like, the edge of the arena where there's a door that leads to the staircases that, like it leads to basically where the stands are, and then there's just obviously, like, a pathway that leads up to where the entrance to the tent is. And he opens the door and kind of gestures for everyone to go through. Nyx, follows his lead and goes up. As does everyone else? Yeah? No one else has comments or anything, right? Okay, sweet.
Nope.
Alright, everyone goes up and he escorts you out of the tent. Cecilia kind of follows up behind with her hand on Bear. And she's guided with all of you to the entrance, where she kind of, like, sniffles a little, and she's like, you guys have to come back, okay? Promise me.
Oh, don't worry, we'll be back.
Can I kneel down in front of her and, like, carefully put, like, both of my hands on her shoulders
Yeah.
and pull her into a hug?
Yeah, she seems, like, a little bit surprised, but, like, as soon as she realizes what's happening, she smiles and, like, hugs you, and then she, like, reaches and touches your ear to make sure it's you.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, you definitely have to come back.
I will.
Yeah, this was really fun.
I reach up to, like, kind of futz with her ears in response.
Okay. She smiles, and says, like, we have to stick together, you know?
Mm-hmm. Us
Good.
half. It's not many of them.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm glad. And she kind of smiles, and she's, like, wiping away tears as she does this.
And Marion kind of smiles a little bit softer than his usual, like, award-winning grin that he has. And he's like, "It was an honor having all of you here. I wish you all safe travels on your way back from whence you came. Be careful, these woods can be quite rough, and do send us some kind of indication that you made it back safely."
Oh, don't be concerned with us. We're more than capable of taking care of ourselves through. I mean, let's just hope there's not any more giant wasps again.
Of course, of course.
But until then, go on.
Sorry. Hopefully it will be easier for you now that you don't have to protect our darling.
Of course. Well, he leans down and just kind of like gives her a nice pat and kind of just like whispers like, "Try not to get caught sneaking out next time." And like he would wink, but of course that's not very that doesn't quite work for her considering she's blind. So he kind of gives her like a joking like nudge.
Okay. She smiles and laughs and kind of like hugs you, and she's like, "Bye, everyone. Safe travels."
And Peter just gives a bow and as farewell.
All right. And you guys are officially, if that's everyone. Does anyone like Peru or Val? Do either of you?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Marin also bows, but he does like a super big, extravagant, like a full-on carnival bow.
Okay.
Prestidigitation and all.
Okay. Marion like applauds, and you hear like, a couple scattered applause from like just nearby like vendors who are up.
Good.
And he goes, "Maybe I will consider your interest in working here, all of you. If you are to return. But bye-bye now. Have safe travels. I must go and prepare for the day." And with that, he kind of whisks his cloak and takes Cecilia with him, and they walk back towards the arena. Fuck, Gunby is not here, so I have to change something real fast. Okay, it's fine. So, okay, you guys are on your way out the circus, and you are making your way through, like, the turnstile. And... Ooh. Peru.
What?
Right before you exit through the turnstile, you hear a small voice go, "Wait."
Okay. I don't, though. I keep going.
Please. Please wait.
Oh, fuck.
And in front of you, Thana appears.
Hello.
She's like, "Don't," and she puts like a finger instantly to her lips as she like looks over at the party that has already walked through the turnstile. She kind of goes, "I need you to take something for me."
I can take something, yes. What do you need me to take?
She lifts up her hand, and there's like a shard of a glass of mirror in her hand. And she goes, "Please take this with you. Take it somewhere where they can make it glass, and bring it with you the next time you come."
Okay. Yep. Cool. I put it in my pack, I guess.
Thank you.
And I leave the circus very bewildered.
If you happened to look back, Thana would already be gone.
Okay.
But yeah, okay, so you have all exited the circus now. Alright. You guys are back. As soon as you guys cross over the threshold, it's almost like blinding to you for a moment because you've been in this like environment of just like black and white consistency like this entire time, and as soon as you cross that threshold again, like all of the color of the world has like returned. And oh, sorry, can you guys hear me? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry. As soon as you guys cross through the threshold, it's like almost blinding because all of the color of the world suddenly comes back, like rushes back to you all at once. And you guys were in that like black and white environment for so long, you almost like got used to the fact that everything was like completely grayscale. But now you're back in this environment, and as soon as you cross that threshold, also it drops in temperature, and you are back in the Evermore, and you can hear like it's like a flood of sound. Like you hear like birds chirping and like faint sounds of like crackling, and like it almost sounds like thunders like consistently happening. And you are back in the wilds of the Evermore. So I forgot Jack was with you.
Oh, shit.
Jack pulls out the map, and he's like, okay, so I guess we should just retrace our steps and try to find our way back out as quick as we can. Luckily, it's really early still, so hopefully we can evacuate these woods before it gets very dark. It shouldn't take all day, though.
Agreed.
All right, let's stop moving then. And Jack starts leading you guys through the woods. I need. Hold on, let me roll a die. I need Peter to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, please don't kill me. Alright, dexterity saving throw. Let's see here. Oh, crit fail! Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds to find it in my sheet.
Time to die.
You're not gonna die. I have to find my D10. Oh, well, you got lucky on that one. You got lucky on both of those! Okay, holy shit! I can't roll 10 apparently. Because I got a 1 twice. So you hear like a distinct crackling sound, and like when you put your foot down on something, a bolt of lightning like crawls across your foot and like electrocutes very briefly for 2 points of thunder damage. Or lightning damage, I guess. I don't know if there's a difference.
I just get like those like a really bad like those like shock things when like, you know, those things where like if you like with like carpets or stuff. Like,
yeah, it's like a static shock.
It's a really bad one of those.
Yeah, it's like a bad static shock, and you kind of like jump a little bit when it happens.
Awesome. I kind of just like jump back a bit and just like keep booking it, or not booking it, but like going at our quick pace.
Your quick walk pace. Okay.
Quick walk pace.
You guys are making your way through the woods, and you hear like the sounds of creatures just quite like just out of sight, or maybe they're off in the distance, but everything like after being in such an isolated environment, it's almost like overstimulating how much sound is coming at you. And
who is walking at the back of this formation?
Go
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say probably me and Gumby because we were at the back of the pack last time.
Okay. Then can you make a perception?
Sure can. Hang on. I have to find my perception first. 15.
15? Okay. You are hanging back a little bit from the crowd, and then you pause for a moment because you hear almost like a lion-esque growl come from the right flank of the party.
Fantastic.
And as you hear this, you see two glowing pairs of eyes.
I'm gonna pull out my scimitar.
Okay. There are two yellow cat-like eyes staring at you, and as you arm yourself, a Crunchar emerges slowly from the woods behind you. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Bad kitty. Go away, kitty. Oh, that's not good. Well, maybe it's not bad, though.
Can everyone put their initiative rolls
Yes.
in the roll chat? Thank you.
Hey, I PM'd you when you get a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer in a second,
Yeah, no, you're good.
or when I get a chance, because it's not really pertinent right this second.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay, so
Peter goes first, because
yeah, let me
dexterous as hell.
let me just roll a initiative for Nyx and an initiative for this thing. Okay. Yeah, so Peter is going to go first.
Heck yeah. Alright. So just gonna, let's see here. First, I guess best first option is just gonna run up and try to stab it. Hopefully I can plant psychic blades on it. Let's see here. Oh, let me just check this feet real quick. Will oh, that's a crit. Oh, okay, that's a crit. That's
All right, well, you hit.
all right, and then so that's double damage, 2d6
Mhm.
plus. Oh, you only rolled the damage dice twice, correct? Not the
Yeah.
You don't double the application. Okay, so that'll be 13 whole damage, and then as part of Psychic Blades, I can expend one of my Bardic Inspirations to do an additional 2d6 psychic damage. So I will do that. Seven. So 20.
Okay.
20 damage on the first hit.
What weapon were you using?
The short sword.
Okay, do you want to describe how you end this creature's life?
Oh, jeez. All right. One shot. All right. I'm just assuming that Joshua, after just getting zapped.
Try again. What's your character's name?
Oh, Peter.
There you go.
I'm so sorry. God damn it.
It's
All right,
okay.
Peter. After Peter got shocked, he was just like being really cautious. And then when this thing like creeped up on them, he just like instinctively just got spooked, turned around, just like swiped his short sword, in the general direction. And I'm guessing he must have probably hit its throat or maybe stabbed it in a vital organ.
Yeah, you turn around and whip your sword down this side of this creature's neck and hit jugular, basically. And it lets out a pained cry and crumples to the ground. Instantly killed.
Jeez. What?
And when you do this, you hear like several yelps, and 5 more of these creatures emerge from the surrounding your party.
Oh no.
2 seconds to roll some more initiative things, just because they're entering the lineup. Oh my god, I have to roll initiative. A lot. Oh, that's another one. Actually, I'm gonna do the thing where it's all one shared initiative roll. So I'm gonna take the original one, so we don't have to wait on that. Okay, who is next? It's Val, right? Alright, there are now 5 of these creatures approaching you. What will you do?
Okay. I will cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
So that's Theory's Fire, and I just roll. Oh no. Fuck. What is? That's not correct. Oh. I'm Boo Boo the Fool, it's fine. 14?
That does not hit.
Okay.
Who's next? It is, let's see. It looks like Marin? Yeah. Marin, you're up next.
Okay, I'm turning around to the closest one to me and casting Mind Spike.
What are you casting?
Mind Spike.
Mind Spike. Okay.
It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. Not really this guy's strong suit. Don't think there's any ability modifiers on this. Let me check real quick though, just to be sure. He rolled. Oh yeah, they're okay. So 13.
Okay, that just beats my DC.
Okay.
But he still takes 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay. Let me just write that down real quick. Uh, 8 points, you said?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Who is up next? You see this creature kind of like screech and like shake its head as it's a psychic attack, so yeah. Does it describe what you're doing to it when you are attacking it with that?
What?
Does it describe what that spell does?
Oh yeah. I basically reach into the creature's mind. If it had failed, I always know the location of the. I always know the target's location until the spell ends.
Okay.
But only while we're both on the same plane of existence.
Oh, okay. Alright, it's actually Nyx's turn, so I will roll his attack roll, because he's just gonna bare his teeth and lash out with his... He's gonna set his arm on fire, and he's gonna lash out at the same one that you attacked, Marin. Hell yeah, that is a 16, that beats AC. Okay, so... I have to roll 1d6. Garbage roll! And an additional d4 of elemental damage. Wow, very, very garbage. I've rolled like 5-1 in a row now, you guys. It's really good. They take 2 points of combined slashing damage and damage, so that's what he does when he follows up on Marin's thing. So who is next?
I believe it's me.
Yes.
Okay. So I get 2 attacks now that I'm level 5. And so I'm just gonna go after whichever one is closest to me. Which I'm not sure which one that is. Nah, that don't do it.
Okay.
That is a 11 to hit, so I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's not.
Okay.
Kind of.
I think so.
Yeah, moving on.
Damn
Back
it.
to the top of the order. It's Peter's turn again. I forgot I get an extra attack. God damn it.
Let's see here. Well, let's just continue on with the stabbing, the yield stabbing. So let's see. Peter's gonna run up and attempt to attack another one of the creatures. And
Okay.
let's see here. 1, 2, 6. Well, 10 hit AC.
No.
No.
Alright, so it's Val's turn. Unless you have something else.
No. That's
Okay.
about it for now.
Yep. Val, you're up again. Dari, hello?
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself because I'm
There you go.
an idiot sandwich. I'll give Scorching Ray another go. How many targets are left?
There are 5 targets left, only one of which has been hit.
Okay.
And that's the one standing right in front of Marin and Nyx.
22.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. So I'm gonna roll damage for 3 bitches.
How much damage did you do?
I'm adding the math.
Oh, okay.
So I do to 3 different targets. I do 12 damage, 14 damage, and 11 damage.
Okay. Wait, read those numbers again.
12,
12,
14, and 11.
12, 14, and 11. Okay. Do you want any of those to be directed towards the one that was already injured?
11.
The 11? Okay. So that one is slain. You hear it screech out in pain as your bolt hits it. And it collapses on the ground. So I just realized I skipped their round of attack, so I'm going to do that now. Because I'm a fool. Oh, actually, I skipped it, so I'll just wait until it's their turn. So whose turn is it now? Who went like? Marin, right? Yeah, Marin.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna see the one I was attacking at slain. I'm gonna turn around to another one, and cast Crown of Madness.
All right. Do I have to make a saving throw?
Yeah, Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Another 13.
God damn it!
Does that one do anything on successful?
Nope.
Okay, so
I just
Attack.
whiffed.
okay. Attack fails then. That's okay. It is Nyx's turn, so that's a 17. So that hits. He's gonna attack the one that you were trying to attack, Marin. He's gonna let's see. What do he doesn't even have like a lot of shit at all. He is going to use Power of the Beast. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna use Power of the Beast. And do double attack damage, basically. So you see like his beast hand kind of like pulsate a bit, like it looks like the muscles are kind of like contracting and throbbing a little, I guess. I hate that word. And it sets itself on fire again. Ooh, I just threw my dice out of hay. I'm rolling a d20. Okay, that's the wrong dice again. There we go. Okay. That is 6 plus. Okay, that's actually not too bad. He does 18 fucking points of damage because I did the double damage thing. Let's see. That kills that creature. It lets out another screech of pain and falls limp to the ground. Now there are only remaining, all seem infuriated by the fact that their friends are falling one by one. Let's see. It's Peru's turn.
Oh boy. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna, gosh, do the same thing I tried to do before. And hope that I actually hit this time. God damn it! That's a crit fail.
I'm sorry, Peru. You don't do anything.
Yeah.
I also
That's
forgot
fine.
I had a second attack again, but that's fine. Do you have a second attack, right, Peru?
Yeah. Oh, can I take my second attack if I fail my first one?
I'm almost sure you can, right? Yeah, you can.
Okay. Okay. I've never done a thing with multiple attacks before. I don't know how this works. That's not very good either. I fucking hate everything. 14.
14. That doesn't hit. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Let's see. All right, it is their turn because I skipped it last time. So I'm going to roll attack. It is going to try to attack. Val. Oh, thanks. It's going to try to attack you. So one of them snarls and lunges at you, extending both its claws and teeth. And sorry, I have many tabs open, so I have to find them with their stats on it. Here it is. Okay. Oh, okay, that's a 18. Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
It hits? Okay. It's okay, these things don't do too bad of damage. Especially not when they roll like that. 3. Wow. Okay, 4 points of slashing damage. And this thing, like, launches itself onto your back and, digs its teeth and claws into you. And I'm gonna have the other one go. It is going to attack. Whoops! It's going to attack Peru. And I'm gonna roll another.
You like this to me.
Ooh, it's okay. It rolled a 5.
That doesn't hit.
Okay. Excellent. And the last remaining one is going to attack Marin. And that's a crit fail. So those two lunge at the pair of you, Peru and Marin, but they kind of cross in front of each other, and the other one, the one that crit, like, trips in front of the other one, causing the other one to, like, stumble over it, and they just kind of fall and miss on both the attacks. So, top of the order again. It is Peter.
All right. Well, I would actually like to cast Dissonant Whispers on whichever one is the closest one, and the target must first make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
16?
16, that'll that'll save.
Okay.
Two. Takes half as much damage, so I'll be using it as a second level spell slot, so that'll be 4d6, but it'll be in half, so
okay.
46, 13. So 6 damage. 6 damage, and then okay, never mind. Yeah, because it's safe to throw. Yeah, so 6 damage.
Okay. Are you attacking the one that is attacking Val, or are you attacking one of the two tripped and fell in front of you guys?
I'll say the one that attacked Val.
Okay. Then when you cast the spell, it lets out a pain screech and detach back and limp and dead.
Nice.
Nice. It is Val's turn.
Okay. How many targets are left?
There's 2. It's the 2 that are just kind of like recovering from falling over each other in front of the party.
Okay. Are they like within 15 feet of each other?
Within 15 feet of each other? Yes, they are.
Cool. Make a Constitution saving throw.
15
'Cause I'm gonna
Constitution?
cast Thunderwave.
Okay. The rest of the party is also probably within 15 feet.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, everybody needs to make a Constitution saving throw then.
Oh, jeez. Let's do it.
Let me find their Constitution modifier. Okay, there's not one. 13? Oh wait, I have to make one for each of them. So one rolled 13, the other one rolled 7. So.
I rolled a 20.
Oh god, Nyx. What is his Constitution modifier? A 1. Yeah, he rolled an 11. Does the 13 save?
No.
Okay, so neither of the creatures saved, and neither did Nyx. What did Marin? What did Marin roll?
Shit, was I rolling something?
A Constitution saving throw.
Jesus. Why?
Because Val is casting Thunderwave.
Great, thank you.
Oh, okay, 18.
There you go.
Well,
no
you take
Constitution
half.
modifier, so
That's okay. Everyone who didn't save, everyone who saved takes half damage. But go ahead and roll damage on that. Sorry.
Who saved? Did
I
other
think
people-
everyone except for Nyx and the 2 beasts.
What did they get?
A 7, a 13, and an 11.
What about Peter and Pooh?
Peter got a 20 and Peru got a 20.
Yeah, I got a 20.
Okay. You're right. Dice? Half of... Am I stupid? No, it's fine. You take 12 damage if you failed, and you know how to do the math. You also, if you failed, you also get pushed back.
Okay. 12 damage, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and then 6 if you saved.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's next?
What was the spell you cast to cast? It was Thunderwave?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Oh shit. You like halved Nyx's health. That's fine. It's fine. Dude, okay. So these 2 creatures that like these 2 Crunchin? Yes. Crunchin. Tumble backwards. How far does it push them away? It's like 10 feet, right?
Yeah, 10 feet.
Okay. Then it pushes them back 10 feet. They like
You cut out.
they tumble back 10 feet. So they're kind of like back at the edge of the woods, where they emerged from initially. And Nyx also just goes flying through the dirt. And he's like, ah, God damn it, what the fuck? As he like tumbles towards the same direction that these 2 creatures just fell. So they're like, does that knock them prone?
It doesn't say anything about being knocked prone.
Okay. Sweet, okay. That's all, right? That's your turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Who is up next? Marin.
okay. Whichever of the 2 is closest to Nyx, I'm casting Or I'm within 30 feet of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm running up a little bit and casting Witch Bolt.
Witch bolt. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have
I'm
to make a
assuming
saving
that,
throw, or do you have to?
No, I am assuming that 24 beats its AC.
24 does beat its AC. Yeah.
Rad. Okay. Not bad. Okay, that it takes 8 points of lightning.
8 points of lightning. Okay. All right. The lightning runs through this creature's body, and it lets out that same kind of unearthly screech, and it does not stir again. Let's see. I think it's Peru, correct? Or wait, is it me? Maybe
I think
me.
it's you.
Okay, it's me. Oops. Hello, don't do that, please. There we go. Okay, then Nyx is gonna scramble to his feet and kind of give Val a little bit of a dirty look.
I shrug with a smug grin.
Whoops, sorry. I heard you, but whoops. Okay, and he like pats off the dust and he kind of like he walks back to where the party is and he kind of gives Marin a pat on the shoulder and he's like, "Hey, thanks. I'm really bad at dodging things."
I know.
And he's going to, let's see. Okay, he's just going to. What the fuck does this spell do? 1 second. I have to search a spell. Oh, okay. Okay, he's going to curse in Infernal and point his finger towards the last remaining beast and cast Hellish Rebuke. As a 2nd level spell. Oh, this is excessive, but okay. He's gonna do it anyway.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Isn't Hellish Rebuke like a reaction? Did it attack him? Unless it's only a reaction when you're a tiefling.
You might be right, it is a reaction. Okay, I wasn't sure if oh wait. Do you have to use it as a reaction?
I think so.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
then.
Yeah.
Okay, then I scratch that. I'm just gonna have him attack melee then. He's gonna slash at this thing. He's gonna run up and slash at it. This is the dumb thing. All of his attacks are melee, so he has to be like right in front of the dumb thing to do anything. Let's see. That is not gonna be good enough. Next, it's a 6. He runs up, but because he's still kind of recovering from being propelled across the dirt, he like misses. He just misses by a mile. And now it's for his turn.
Yeah, question. So, Val used thunder magic. How am I feeling about that?
Yeah, it makes noises, like really loud. Boom!
Yeah.
300 feet.
Yeah, traumatic backstory, I have a fear of thunderstorms.
That's a shame.
So I rolled a 13 constitution, or not constitution, wisdom saving throw, so I don't know how you want to determine whether or not
I
Peru
mean,
is frightened.
if you want to go based on a spell save DC, that doesn't pass my spell save DC.
Okay, then yeah, Peru's frightened. Alright, so we're attacking with disadvantage now, I guess.
Rip. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marin also has active lightning out.
God fucking damn it! I forgot.
Fantastic.
I forgot that Nyx has a second attack. I hate myself. It's fine.
Okay, the first one was a 20.
A nat 20?
No.
Oh, okay.
But my disadvantage roll was a 17. So,
That
my
still
first
hits.
one is a 20. All right, finally. I guess when I'm scared, I hit.
Yeah?
Also, I am going to expend a point of swagger, which allows me to do this cool thing called Heart Seeker. When making an attack against your opponent, you may 2 points of swagger to aim your blade for the target's most vital area and turn a regular successful strike into a critical hit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that.
Go for it.
Okay. And okay, so critical hit, is it you roll once and it's doubled?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's 6 points of damage.
6 points? Okay.
Yeah.
That is actually enough. Do you want to describe how you... Because you were attacked with... What were you attacking with? Like a physical weapon, right?
Yeah, a scimitar.
Oh, yeah. Then go ahead and describe how you take this thing out using your swagger. Fucking...
So, Peru, God, he gets like kind of like scared, but then he remembers the things that he was taught when he was on the ship, and he lunges forward with his scimitar and like cleaves the head off of this thing.
Okay.
Scimitar.
You plunge your scimitar into this thing's neck, and with one last choked scream of pain, it falls dead, beheaded in front of you, and you are surrounded by the corpse of 6 beasts.
Hey.
Congratulations, you guys beat my encounter.
We gotta get out of these damn fucking wilds. I immediately regret coming back out here in the wilds.
Jack comes out of the area where he was hiding from
Because you forgot he existed again. It's fine.
It's okay. I don't think he has... Well, he's a cleric. He comes back out, kind of glances around. He's like, is everyone okay? Is anyone hurt?
Furry raises his hand. Like,
Nyx also...
we all got hurt.
Nyx also raises his hand.
Just before my witch bolt ends, I'm shifting it over.
What is a witch? What is
Val,
a witch
what's
bolt?
your armor class?
Huh?
What's your armor class?
Shit.
13.
Okay. You take 9 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
How long does a witch bolt last? I'm not
A minute.
familiar with the spell.
Concentration for a minute.
Oh, okay.
I shift my lightning bolt over to her.
Nyx notices that you do
And then I
this
cut it off.
and kind of like puts his hand on your shoulder and like pulls you towards him a little, and he's like, "Hey, that's no need. She didn't mean to do it."
No, I have that spell too. She knew what she was doing. And you don't have scope spell, do you?
At Val.
Huh?
Do you have scope spell? No? Then watch what you're doing when you do range shit like that.
No, I do.
Even worse!
Nick's like frowns and he's like, "Why the hell did you hit me then?"
You're fine, aren't you?
Barely.
You have healers for that.
Yeah, but it's a waste. Also, kind of just a dick move. No offense, but like, geez, you wouldn't like it if I hit you with a lightning bolt or whatever.
You?
No, well, a little. Yeah, and he holds up his arm and like you see like it crackle with electricity.
That's a neat trick you got there.
Thanks. I wouldn't use it on a teammate. And he just kind of
Ooh.
he frowns and kind of skulks over to where Jack is. Peru, you're also hurt, right?
Yeah.
Is anyone else? Is anyone else hurt?
I'm mildly damaged. It's fine.
I'm a little, but I'm fine.
Okay, well, give me 2 seconds.
Uh-huh.
Because I gotta look up cleric stuff because I don't have a cleric in this campaign. Alright, he's gonna cast Mass, so up to 6 creatures within a 30-foot radius. Oops. Move that. 3D. Spellcasting modifier. D8. Where's my D8? Thank you. 4, 6. Okay, 12. Plus spellcasting modifier, which I have saved. Okay, so that's like 15 points.
Okay.
I think he has to split it, right?
Do you?
No, each target regains hit points equal if so everyone regains 50. Huzzah! I'm back up to full health. Bless up.
Ditto.
How much was it?
15 hit points.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Listen, there's a reason Ace sent Jack with you guys.
He's very good at his job.
He is. He knows one thing. That's a lie. He knows many things. He's a good boy. Anyway, so yeah. Let's just like cut it there because we just ended combat and stuff like and everyone's. So I'm gonna end the session there because it's like 9 minutes before 9:30.
Okay.
But thank you all for joining and playing. I hope it was a satisfactory. Yeah, I hope it was a satisfactory comeback session, I guess.
Yeah, it was.
I know it was a little bit of chatter like that, but I promise you things are going to happen when you guys get back to town. Also,
Yay.
when we get back to town, you guys will get to have your first like downtime period, and I have like actual things for you to do during that downtime period. So it'll be swell.
It'll
Nice.
be great.
I'm probably gonna send out a list of things that you guys can pick from when you like what you want to do in the downtime. But yeah,
Excited.
all right.
Awesome. Noted.
Yes, thank you all for joining me. Thank you for everyone who listened.
Yeah, no problem. Now I gotta run off and do final stuff.
Yeah, take care of that. All right,
Nice.
goodbye.
Have a great
everyone.
time.
Thank
See ya.
you.
Bye.